guys, welcome back to another edition of the Preseason Coaches Show on Friday nights in Carolina. And if you haven't, go hit that follow and like button on our Instagram, Twitter, as well as our brand new Facebook page for more content, and even our YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button. Today I'm joined by the Oak Grove High School head football coach, Mark Holcomb. Coach Holcomb, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Glad to be here. I appreciate you guys reaching out to us.
Coach, absolutely. Well, for most people that don't know, tell us a little bit about Oak Grove High School and yourself.
Oak Grove is I would say fairly new high school. This past year was our third year. First year was seniors. This group that's getting ready to play in February will be our first group of seniors that have been through the school for 4 years. So the majority of the kids have went to our middle school and fed all the way through. About me, started coaching at West Davidson High School as an assistant in 92, I think, 92, 93. Moved to North Davidson as an assistant under Bill Butts. After he left, took over as the head coach there. I think I was there around 16 or 17 years. Not all those years as a head coach, but a couple years as an assistant principal. Then I came back. So got a wife who's in education, son who's a graduate student at Wake Forest, and my daughter is going to be a history major at Appalachian State. So that's me in a nutshell.
Definitely know about it, Coach. Well, for some people that don't know, obviously, you and I actually had a conversation last spring, and due to the unfortunates of technology, which is supposed to be wonderful, we weren't able to post that video out. But when we last talked, we spoke about how, and believe it or not, COVID was still fresh. So tell me, since then, what has it been like coaching with through COVID-19 with your coaching staff as well as your student athletes?
Well, I mean, I would say for all the negatives, there have been positives too. Obviously we've been fortunate. We've been able to get our kids out on the field quite a bit since I think probably the middle to end of July with some dead periods here or there. So we've been on the field a lot, which is good for our kids. Good to get them out of the house. We're living through something we've never dealt with before. So there's a lot of uncertainties about what we're doing, and it's a hassle at times. Lining all the kids up and checking temperature and asking questions. But I think it's just become part of something that our kids are used to now. They're getting to practice earlier, so we can do all this stuff, so we get started on time. And as coaches, we're just learning, I think, to be more flexible and probably, to be honest, learning how to coach in a little bit of a different environment. Like we can't do, I don't think, as many things as we've done in the past, offensively, defensively, special teams wise. So it's made us kind of narrow our focus a little bit because, when we start practicing, we're going to have dark weather. We're going to have our darkness, it's going to push us off the field. We don't have lights on our practice field. We're going to, we're going to have weather. You might get 2 days to plan for a game. You might get to a game on Wednesday and find out the other team can't play, and you might have to try to find somebody else. So, I mean, there's a lot of, it'll really test your system, I guess I would say. It's, really going to put that to a test, and we feel good about where we're headed at right now.
Definitely, no doubt about it. And in the direction that you're going through after last season is incredible. Coach posted a 10-2 record, 8-1 in y'all's conferences. One of the toughest conference in, if not 2A division, but in the state of North Carolina. Going into this spring season, you lost a really good amount of senior starters in our senior class in that group, including your quarterback. What are some of the athletes you're looking forward to seeing on the field for you this coming up spring?
Well, I think, we did graduate some good players on the offensive and defensive side of the football. But the nice thing about it is that class wasn't a huge class. So we've got quite a few kids back. We've got returning player of the year in our conference, Aiden Shukow. Our running back was an 1,800-yard to 2,000-yard rusher. So it's easier to build when you got that. We've got a lot of offensive linemen back who have seen, a lot of reps, whether that be on the varsity or for the past 2 years on the JV, which is really nice. We've got pretty good depth at that position. We've got some pretty good skill kids. Seth Blair is a kid who's probably as fast as anybody around. And you hate to start naming kids because you're going to leave kids out, but we've got some linebackers that have been starting since they were freshmen, and now they're juniors, some of them seniors. Same thing in a secondary. So we feel good about the kids we have coming back. We've got a really, really talented freshman class coming in. So we feel good about those kids, and they've done a really good job of coming to practice and working and being coachable and learning. Our middle school program is fed right into us. So that's starting to get, the transition starting to be a little bit easier with our kids.
Definitely. Any games you're looking forward to seeing this spring schedule?
Uh, there's 7 of them. I mean, we got 7 right now scheduled, but and I know this is coach speak, whatever, but week to week is fun because I think there's going to be some unknown. We open up the season at West Forsyth, which is a pretty big, piece of meat for us to chew on, but I think if we want to get our program to where we need to be, we need to play teams that are better than we are, and then we do open the season, the conference season, the next week at Salisbury. So those are 2 really big games. Obviously, one of them is a conference game and one of them's not. But Salisbury played in the state championship last year, and I think they have everybody back. So we were fortunate to beat them last year. But it goes through. We're not able to play every conference game this year because of the scheduling. So it's going to be tough. We're still going to play. Thomasville finished in the top half. North finished in the top half. Ledford finished in the top half. Salisbury, we talked about Central Davidson. So we're still playing some really good football teams. So it's definitely going to be a tough season for us.
Definitely no doubt about it. Coach, final question for you here. As you probably are aware of, the North Carolina High School Athletic Association released their realignment for the fall 2021 season to the 2026 season. If you look at it, you see that Oak Grove made the jump to 3A, including with North Davidson. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that with the realignment as well as the future for Oak Grove.
I think we all knew that we would jump. Our enrollment with COVID is not growing as fast as it probably would have, just because you've got some kids that have chosen to go homeschool or private school since we're not in school 5 days a week. But we knew, I knew when I took over the program that we were going to be 1,000 or more kids. Our area is growing. We knew that North would probably come with us, that Ledford would probably come with us, that Central Davidson would probably come with us. So we've got some familiarity. I know from being at North a lot about Ashboro. We played Ashboro about every year when I was there. And then I know Benji Brown, Coach Brown, really well from the time he played at Thomasville, and he and I were in graduate school together. And I know the kind of programs that East and West had, Montgomery. So when you combine those 2, I think it's going to be a really, really good conference. Obviously, not having 10 teams, we're going to be able to have a little bit more fun scheduling. These past couple of years, we've been able to schedule 1 or 2 non-conference games, and now we're going to have to search and look, and we feel like we've got a pretty good non-conference schedule set up too.
Definitely no doubt about it. Guys, this is Mark Holcomb from Oak Grove High School. Coach, thank you so much for joining the show, and we're looking forward to your team to be on the field this spring season.
Thank you. We are too. I appreciate everything you guys are doing for the sport. Thank you very much.